live in 3, 2. Hello, everyone. Welcome to the King of Anime podcast, dude. That hurt like a butt cheek on a stick. That's a dated reference.
Are you alright?
Why do you sound like Post Malone?
Yo, did you see Post Malone did that cover of Hootie and the Blowfish?
I sure did, and I was insulted.
Listen. I was trying to defend it, but I couldn't, honestly.
I mean, it's Pokemon. Out of all the songs in the world, they gotta use that one.
This is
true. And then Post Malone does his goat thing that he does with all of his sons.
Oh, yeah.
He has a goat thing?
Yeah. You ever hear him whenever he sings? He's like, I only want to be with you. And it just sounds like a goat. Like he'll do this goat thing like, ooh. And you're like, okay. Mr. Goat.
Listen, Post Malone is a dude, okay? He's a guy. He's got a couple good songs.
If I ever met him, he'd probably be a cool guy to hang out with. But I mean, I don't know. I don't like the goat thing.
Well, that's it for the Post Malone podcast, everybody. Tune in next week. Welcome to the King of Anime podcast, where we're talking about anime this week. We're talking about XR, Mushoku Tensei, and AOT. We're not talking about One Direct Priority because there's a recap this week. Very sad. But if you're not familiar with the show, essentially what goes down here is that we lock in a bunch of shows and we kill or pass it. It takes 2 passes or more to go on to the next show. It's typically what most shows get. And if you're one of the lucky few, you get killed. And what that means is 2 or more kills, never have to watch the show again. Doesn't mean it's a bad show or anything like that. It just means we don't want to watch it on the show anymore. That's usually typically what it means, unless it's like Goblin Slayer or something. Oops, triggered somebody. I remember when we killed Goblin Slayer and people did not like us?
I mean, I think you were crying tears of joy.
I was so happy about that, but everybody else hated us.
Is there any season people like this?
I don't think so.
I think they like us this season.
Yeah. Well, co-hosts, I forgot to say this probably for the last couple of weeks, but introduce yourselves.
It is I, Everything Animated. I'm happy to be here as always with my good friends talking about animes.
Speaking of talking about animes, if you decide to spoil Attack on Titan or any show, you're getting super duper banned.
Oh, we have 1999 from Holographic. He says, funds to have X-Arm keep going, suffer EA, ha ha ha.
Thank you so much, Holographic. You know how to just make me cry.
Well, thanks for the donation.
But I mean, we technically already had signed our souls away.
Yeah.
But I mean, hey, Hollow, I'll continue to suffer. If suffer makes me richer, then I ain't ever going broke.
If it's for you, Hollow, we'll do it.
That's right.
Wait, you guys don't do stuff for me.
We do all kinds of stuff for you.
You're not Hollow.
I knew it.
You're
not Hollow.
Yeah, apparently you're not Hollow. Hollow, you need to have me on your show to be Rem. When is that going to happen?
Can you get people a demo of Rem's voice, EA?
Oh, right. Hey there, Subaru-kun. It is me, Rem, and I'm here to tell you how much I love you. And my sister, she's the best. I like Rem. I got bigger tits.
That you do, Rem. That you do. But recently it was announced that The Devil's Part-Timer is getting a season 2, which the internet, at least in the anime section, lost their shit. what did you guys think about The Devil's a Part-Timer getting a season 2? And as well for later, what anime do you guys want to get another sequel or just another adaptation?
You want to go first, EA?
Yeah, mine will be short and sweet because I'm going to be 100% honest. I've never seen the show.
Really?
I've never seen it. I know. I've heard a lot of people say it's good, and I heard a lot of people say that it's actually like there's a show that deserves a second season. It's this one, and maybe that's part of the reason why I never got to watching it because I always get disappointed with shows that I get attached to, and then they don't have another season. But I still love the fact that it was announced that they're going to get a season 2 for this because then that means that there's hope in the future for some of my shows to get a season 2, and that's what made me most happy.
Yeah. This announcement came 8 years after the first season of Devil Part-Timer, I believe. I enjoyed the first season. I thought it was really funny. I watched it probably a year after it aired. I enjoyed it, and I'm happy that it's getting a second season. The last, I feel like the cliffhanger it left off on was very unsatisfactory. That's why people really wanted the second season. They loved it, and because it just ended very weird. Anime I would like to see get a sequel, not a second season, but just a continuation. It's Spice and Wolf. I'm reading that now. I still haven't gone further than what the anime covered, but I feel like that is a series that I would enjoy the anime for a lot better than reading it. So I would like to see a season 3 of Spice and Wolf animated because man, it is hard to read about economics. But if you throw Holo's voice on there, her English voice, it makes it a lot easier to digest.
The dub's pretty good.
Brina Palencia.
Mm-hmm.
And J. Michael Tatum as well.
Yeah.
Yep. Those two are very good.
When it comes to me and the shows that I want back, I have a whole shit ton. But I'll just name some right off the top of my head. Of course, No Game, No Life, High School of the Dead, Dead Man Wonderland. Those are like probably some of my absolute I wants. Batum I would love a continuation of Batum. My Little Monster, Monthly Girls, Nuzaki-kun.
Oh, yes.
Hell yes. Hyoka. I would love another season of Hyoka.
Yeah, he decided to continue it like a year or so after the anime aired. So there's material.
And probably one of the more underrated animes to ever come out. I would love another season of Bakuno. Another season of Bakuno would be incredible if they did it right. But other than that, that's really the ones I can think of right off the top of my head, and I want more of those shows.
Oh god.
This is one of those anime that I watched in like 2013 or 2014 when I was just getting back into it, and I wasn't really ever bothered, if I remember or recall correctly, about the cliffhanger ending. But I did desperately want a season 2 for it. And when we never got it, I was very sad. But now I'm very excited that they're going to get it. And I actually own the series on Blu-ray. Never seen it on Blu-ray. So I'm like, you know what? Maybe it's time to pop that in. Maybe I'll do a video or something on it in the future. Maybe will be a podcast. Who knows? And I think this trend of doing new adaptations and sequels to stuff has kind of started already. I just think it's taken a different form because if you look at shows like Fruits Basket, Blade of the Immortal, these things are already getting adapted and getting new adaptations and possibly even new sequels. So I don't see why not. I don't. At this point, I think I would definitely want a Spice and Wolf season 3, but I also wouldn't be mad if they were just like, let's just readapt the series as well, just because make the show look a little bit better, right? So But as well, if they're gonna do a sequel to something that's like Sasuke said, it's been like 8 years since Devil is a Part-Timer season 1. Just do his sequel to Berserk 1997. Why not? Throwing it out there.
Not happening.
I would also like I like another adaptation of Blade of the Immortal, please, and actually make it good, because we were so close to watching that show in KOA, and when it wasn't a full adaptation, I promptly dropped the possibilities of that ever getting covered on this show, and I was very mad when it turned out to be another really rushed and poor adaptation. But I think the season 2 I want the most is it never was announced. It seemingly they haven't talked about it yet. But The Promised Neverland season 2, I don't know what's happening with that,
God.
but I hope they.
I was gonna say I thought it was coming out this year.
No.
Face your reality. This is season 2. This is The Promised Neverland.
I don't know, man.
I tried watching it the other day. I couldn't do it.
See, you guys got to take the ReZero trial. You got to face reality.
Oh man,
this is the situation.
Well, any final thoughts on that topic?
I look forward to hopefully more second seasons or continuation of seasons of shows that are, in my opinion, like really popular, because the fact that there's not another No Game No Life sequel is just utter travesty.
Yeah, that's the one thing that I saw from many people is No Game No Life season 2 happening. Never seen the show, never want to watch the show. But
it's a great show.
I can't deny how popular it is within the fandom.
It's weird. EA likes it. C hasn't seen it, and I don't like it.
It'll never get come on. Are you saying that there's never going to be one here on the King of Anime podcast us talking about No Game No Life?
I mean, okay, if somebody donates $500, that is how much I hate it. I don't want it to be like, I don't want it to be an unrealistic goal.
How do you hate it?
I will.
You haven't even seen it.
I don't want to watch it, but I will if somebody donates $500, and I'll give $250 to EA and $250 to Satsuki.
I already seen it.
I know.
I'd watch it for free.
I'm trying to get you guys money here.
Well, 500. You gotta sell your soul for 50. Ask Hollow.
I will do it for 500, and it will go to the charity of EA and Satsuki.
Okay.
So yeah, ready to move on to the main topics, the main course.
Before that, I do want to read some comments. Antonio said Code Geass continuation.
No.
I hope not.
They already did.
R2 ended perfectly. That is one of the
really
best endings
did.
I've seen in anime. That does not need a continuation. I hate all the movies that they tried to put out. No, we're good.
They did. Everybody hated them.
I said try because I'm trying to block it out of my memory.
No, this is reality, Satsuki.
I was gonna say, you gotta face reality. What the hell happened?
No. Alejandro said, I'm hoping they cover To Your Eternity. QRW6 said, I wish Blade of the Immortal was 50 episodes besides 24 rush episodes. Yeah, I watched 4 episodes of it, and that 4th episode killed any hope I had for that series. I dropped it after that. That's all the comments I want to read.
I will say about To Your Eternity, if you're curious about that, I've read a little bit of the manga. I'm a big fan of that series. Subscribe, ring the bell, check out the community tab. I think actually this month we should probably start doing it. So sometime this week we'll be starting the announcements, maybe once or twice a week, of what we'll be covering in the next season of KOA.
Man, that's coming up already.
Yeah.
That's
Didn't
crazy.
even realize. So, yep, that'll be announced on the community tab and Twitter as well at SeaTacticsYT. So, main topic?
Yeah, sure.
X-Arm, and I got graphics this week. They're done by my friend Bill Asperger. He may be in the chat. If he's not, go check him out. I think he's like Asperger Bill or something like that. I don't know why he's named that, but
I love the name.
But yes, he did this one, Alma, from X-Arm, and the theme of the glorious game known as Cyberpunk 2077. You know, the game Sony decided to take off its storefront and stop selling because it was so beloved. It was so great. They were selling too much copies of that game.
Perfect. This is absolutely perfect. I love
it. Another bad episode of X-Arm. What do you guys think?
Was it bad? Or was it just X-Arm?
You know, that's a good question at this point.
I want to say this is the quality that we come to experience every time we see X-Arm, and oh my god, I don't even remember what happened. It like something along the. At one point, somebody phased through a maid and shot the dude. I remember that.
Yeah, it was a hologram.
It was a holographic ground.
It was. Yeah, she phased through that, and then I don't know, like Beta was like hacking, but then all of a sudden, we need Akira's brain to power this fucking robot. Even though that wasn't the case before, was it? I thought he could just like get into the robot.
Yeah, the reason why they did that is because they didn't want Beta to hack into it, because his plan was to hack, I don't remember his name, but the mega robot, he was going to hack it as soon as it dropped, but their plan to stop that was directly plug his brain into it so he could not just hack it remotely.
Exciting.
Yes.
Someone got blasted with a high beam laser bolt, and all he did was just remain a little bit smoky.
There was at one point where there was like people just getting blasted, and all you see is like explosion effects. It even looked like anything was getting destroyed. It's just like they pressed a button like Q explosion effect, Q explosion effect.
Have you guys noticed this weird thing that since Alma is an expressionless, emotionless robot, that she's like all of her facial expressions kind of work?
I mean, everybody's expressionless, but yeah,
like it's not bad, and that's not because it's
her.
good though.
It makes sense that she doesn't show emotions, but everybody else, like where people could literally die and they will still look the same way they did as they were happy.
I am happy that you're going to go on living. I am sad that I'm going to die.
You know, somebody should download the same software that they use to make this show, because I'm pretty sure you can. It's like a really cheap software for what it is, of course. And they should just get the models for like Alma and all these characters and do their own version of X-Arm and just make it like a comedy.
That would work.
I could make my homemade puppets out of those two characters and go, why do you just talk as them and just say, why do you know me? Because I protect your left side. Oh, I remember you now. Oh yes, this is great. I'm literally talking using my hands and nobody's here to see it.
You can feel it, yeah.
I'm glad. Maybe I'll do a puppet show. An X-Arm puppet show. What does my life become?
I mean, it'll be better animated than this show. That's for sure. There was one scene where I still don't remember anybody's name except for Alma and Akira, but Police Girl was shooting at Alma, and when she was shooting, no, she did shoot her. It just looked so awkward when the bullets connected. I can't really explain it. Like, you would have to see it. It just looked bad.
She was like doing the X-Arm equivalent of parrying a boss in Demon Souls or Dark Souls, where she was shooting the limbs of Alma Alter. Sorry, we have to make that distinguish. And it was like in slow motion. It was super clunky, and it just looked like those like arcade games where you hit something and like on screen it would show that graphic of like you hit something and to go along with the effect. It looked like that, but for all 4 of her limbs, as she like falls down, she's like defying gravity while doing it. It's just like, I defeated you, Alma. And Alma's like, you defeated me. How dare you? Like, what the fuck's going on?
And how did you do it? Your left side is exposed.
Yeah. Oh my god, that was the best thing ever. She was like, how did you defeat me? And Police Girl is like, because your left side is exposed. You always tell me to guard your left side. I'm like, what?
And it shows the same flashback twice.
Yeah, it does. And here's the thing. The reasoning for it is like legit. It's a good reason. But because of this show and how awful it looks, I couldn't help but laugh at it.
Yeah, you can't really take anything serious. The whole time what I was wondering with this episode is why did I don't even know evil guy turned good who protected Police Girl. Why was he attacking them in the first place? They weren't even a target. The target was the old guy.
No idea.
It's not even like they had the old guy and they were protecting him and they were trying to get through him. The old guy was in a completely different area. Like I did not understand what he was doing there the whole time.
Not one clue. Not a single goddamned clue.
I think they overdid the freaking zoom effect in this episode. They did it like 20 every 20 seconds they did it. I swear, there was like, look at him over there, zoom. Zoom. Oh no, he's gonna fight, zoom. I'm like, oh no. How does someone look at that and go, yeah, all these zooms aren't distracting whatsoever. Totally keep them in the show.
Yeah. Yeah, no, this show's pretty bad. Also, when they try to fan service Alma, I am never like, I don't notice it until like after the scene happens, where I'm like, oh, they were trying to fan service her right there, because the show is so visually unappealing. Any of like the sexy Alma shots are just like, well, that's a weird shot. Like, it looks like just an awful shot.
Yeah, if you're using this anime as masturbation material, you have issues.
You picked the wrong one.
I am very concerned for you.
I mean, if you picked the manga, good job. But
yeah,
the anime,
the freaking title screens, or not title, but the stuff that happens in between, that's more fat material than this damn.
It is,
show.
So much is. The ending song, the ending itself is more fat material.
I mean, look at the picture we have right now. That's not from the anime. That's from that's from the shits.
It's from the ending. Yeah,
that's
the shits.
From Bill.
It's from the shits. Yeah.
Yeah.
Speaking of Bill, there he is. Hello, Mr. Asperger.
Yeah,
we like the stuff.
Everyone praise Bill for his amazing edits. But yeah, I mean, Bill made X-Arm look like a good show.
Yeah.
And granted, like, Alma in that art already looks really good. But still, I want to watch X-Arm 2077 where the faces melt off because it's so resolution. Then watch whatever it is we're watching now.
And then their arms just like are standing straight out because it just goes back to like default character stance.
Alma's doing like a serious speech while she's T-posing.
Did you guys get hyped when Police Girl's brother revealed himself to be Deadpool?
I didn't know what was going on, to be honest. I'm like, oh, so now he's that? What?
Makes no sense.
Nope.
What? You guys didn't get hyped?
No.
goosebumps everywhere. You know,
I got
chills
no- I
running
got-
down your spine.
I got nauseous.
Oh, oh man.
I think I got cancer from it.
I don't know what's going on. I don't know why that was like a big thing or like how that was possible. But okay.
Oh,
It's like
Deadpool.
everybody's like someone else in disguise. Like it's going to be like turn into like Scooby Doo or some shit.
Was anybody else shaking their damn head whenever Skullboy was talking
Oh
to
my
Mecha
God.
Cat Lady in a man's voice? I'm like, wait, is that coming from the cat Mecha? And sure enough, it was. It's like, I'm here to serve you, my liege. It's like, you don't look like how you should sound.
This show's so bad.
I don't know what's going on. I don't know the plot. I could not tell anybody the plot if they asked me.
It's Ghost in the Shell with a white-haired girl instead.
All right, there you go.
It's pretty
Ghost in the
close.
Shell was, oh my god, it's so much better than this. Like even like you can't even compete. Like this show wishes that they could lick Ghost in the Shell's nutsack.
I mean,
it
listen.
can't.
Listen, Ghost in the Shell 1995 and Ghost in the Shell Standalone Complex Season 1, and especially Season 2, some of the greatest achievements in anime and storytelling in general. X-Arm's better.
You couldn't even say the name of the anime without even messing that up. Yo, X-Tarm is better. So you couldn't even take yourself seriously.
Listen. This show sucks. I'm sorry.
Yeah, this show is pretty bad.
Why are we still watching it?
You sold your soul for $50.
I really did. Well, I guess I sold everyone else's soul on top of it.
What?
I mean,
why do you
SpongeBob
ask
sold his soul for less.
every week?
Right.
Every week you're like, why are we still watching this? And I remind you, you sold yourself for $50. And you're like, sure did.
I appreciate you reminding me all the time because something in the back of my mind tells me maybe we can find a loophole to get out of this. Nope.
Oh my god, I'm passing it.
Yeah,
Killing
I'm
it.
passing
Oh.
Yes.
How many episodes are left of this damn show?
Like a couple. I have no idea what episode we're even on.
I hope the next episode's the last one.
Mushoku Tensei. Hold up. Gotta bring this down so you can see the actual art. This is another art piece done by Bill. This is an edit of Mushoku Tensei in the form of Record of Lodoss War, which is, if you're familiar with Goblin Slayer, it's literally just Goblin Slayer, like 1-to-1. Swear to God, go and watch this. It's Goblin Slayer from the 90s.
Right?
I'm not even joking. Being 100% serious. This Goblin Slayer ripped off Record of Lodoss War.
Those bastards.
You killed Kenny. What do you guys think of this episode?
I thought it was really good. A good episode. I don't know. Whatever episode we were talking about Sylphie and her connection to this demon tribe or her resemblance. I remember mentioning like the way they were brought up and how everybody's supposed to be fearful of them. I think I said something like, I don't believe in this tale. At least like I thought like there was more to it than what was being said. And we come to find out that while they did do what history has said, they killed a lot of people indiscriminately. The reason why it happened is because they had these cursed spears that I guess controlled their minds and forced them to do that, or they just like put them in a crazy mindset. So they have a bad reputation that we see this guy in this episode Ruijerd, Ryujerd, something like that.
It's like Ryujerd something.
Nobody
Ragerd?
knows.
Ryu. I think Ryu was fine. I think I'll just call him Ryu.
Ryu.
Ryu
I'm
is
looking
trying
for
to
some
change the
sailors.
reputation. Wait, what?
I was doing a Shinmu reference.
Did you? Oh, I thought you said you were doing Quaaludes. I'm like, what?
Did you, Sasuke? Holy shit.
Oh, yeah, he's trying to change their reputation, and now he's traveling with Rudy and Eris, and they said in an episode as well, like what their role is going to be. Eris and Rudy, they're going to be able to get into cities, places that he can't because of discrimination against his race, and he's going to be like the guardian, it seems, because he's probably very, very strong. So I'm
Mhm.
pretty sure he'll keep them protected.
Apparently,
But
he's very old too.
yeah, everybody's old.
Right, everybody. It's like there's no boundaries as far as age except for humans.
Yeah, we had like the MILF, and she was like, oh, like what did she say she was?
100
102.
something? Yeah.
Yeah.
Total MILF, by the way.
Yep.
King of MILF
Yeah.
podcast. Gerard Way, whatever the fuck his name was.
Can we just call him Gerard Butler?
Yeah, Gerard Way, Gerard Butler at this point. It's fine. He's the Gabby of this show.
Gabby.
Gabby.
Well,
Gabby do.
I
Gabby do.
definitely think that is a huge difference between people that were
listen.
tricked. No, listen, they were tricked into killing a bunch of people with cursed spears. Gabby is just a freaking pit bull ready to strike.
That's very accurate, actually. He has a very pit bullish look. She gets really angry. Flies off the handle.
Does. She's like, they forgot the fucking cheese, and then
I
she just
forgot
throws
the cheese.
just throws the burger across the room.
There's always the one Gabby fan in the corner when she's making a scene where they're just going Gabby do.
Gabby do.
Me.
Gabby do. Shut the hell up.
But she wants the Eldians to be, or he wants the Eldians to be the good peoples.
Yeah.
So I like that. How did we get here? I can't remember.
I think they were like blown away with mana, and like they went like all the way across like the world or something.
Yeah, we don't know exactly like who did this, but yeah, we just had the flash of light and everybody got transported. We don't know who's behind all this because we still don't know who was behind the whole pool of mana.
It's probably the same dude that cursed the spears. It's Lucario or wait, Ludacris. Wait, what's the guy's name?
Luda.
Luda.
Oh my lord.
Oh, I miss Luda.
I think a good scene too was Eris waking up and being super fearful of Rui. As soon as she woke up, it just shows you it stayed consistent with what was told to us in the story that everybody is afraid of these people. I actually thought they should have kept her scared, and maybe they will like have scenes of her distrusting him. I don't know, but I just like at the very least that they decided to make Eris like super fearful of him.
Yeah, I loved how after that, Rudy was like, so they told you that they were gonna like creep on you and get you in the middle of the night. Is that why you pretended to be asleep? And she's just like, shut up, Baka. No. Yes, okay.
I still love her very tsundere attitudes in many situations. This episode though had a lot of very subtle moments for her where she was being a tsundere. I thought that was really
She was being predatored by Rudy when she went to sleep.
Oh yeah. Well, yeah, she like fell asleep on his lap and he was doing the Rudy face. Can we call that the Rudy face? Yeah. like Like he just saw like a full course meal right in front of him. The greasiest, most delicious, largest hamburger he's ever seen.
Greasy. Speaking of greasy, we actually finally got to see what Rudy looked like in his past life.
Oh God, the fact that you use greasy to segue into that.
He's
yeah,
exactly how I imagine he would look like.
I think we saw him in episode 1 at the very beginning, but I don't think we saw his full face.
I was gonna say I thought we saw bits and pieces of him.
Why did he have his glasses on?
I don't know.
That's how he looked.
Well, he said like this form is like how he sees himself. So does he see himself with his glasses on?
He sees himself as a fat nerd,
but naked.
Yeah,
a naked fat nerd with his glasses on.
I mean, he got his ass whooped when he was like by those people, and he was stripped naked. So I don't know what that has to do with the flashback, but that's. I guess that's just how he sees himself.
Right. Okay. I don't know what to say after that. Satsuki saved me.
All right. So I think it's also okay. Yeah. Another thing I wanted to kind of think about is we see Rui is a good person, but we don't know. Obviously, based on what he said, his race isn't at fault at what happened, and they're not bad like everybody thinks. But we also have to think that he is the only person that we've seen of this race that is good. Because of their reputation being affected the way it is, they might change because of their reputation. Because it's kind of like, well, you're already treating me bad anyway, so I might as well act like the monster you think I am. So I wonder how other people of his race are going to be due to these rumors. Are they going to be just as nice as him? Or are they going to be overly aggressive to outsiders, humans or anybody else that's not in their race? I kind of want to see like if Rui is the exception or if he's the norm when it comes to their race. So yeah.
Bill apparently sees you as a fat naked person.
Me?
No, see. He says, that's how I see you, see, as fat naked with glasses.
But why naked?
I don't know. Bill is I don't ask questions with
Bill has his own like language that doesn't, you don't have to learn it. You just know it. Like,
yeah, he puts a Z that should be an E there. So I mean that
like the way Bill types is amazing. I've never seen a person type the way he does. It's totally intelligible while being completely 100% intelligible. Do not understand it. I read his sentences normally. Typically it doesn't take a long time to figure out. It's just, oh, that's what he said. Even though he was to say like, I went outside a day, it was just a bunch of like random mishmash of letters.
this is true. I've heard the man talk.
Yep. Bill's great.
I thought a funny scene that they kept doing was Rudy saying that Rowan was his father-in-law, Roxy's father.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Like when they were leaving, he was like, "Can I call you father-in-law?" And then he just says with a smile, "No."
Nope. And the mother looked like she was like, "Oh my god, Roxy's gonna have herself a sugar daddy." No, he's gonna be the sugar. No, Roxy's the sugar mama, and Rudy is Rudy. So the fact that Roxy is like in her 40s when she doesn't look it.
Oh yeah.
It was all good. Him looking up the skirt. We can now
legal.
sigh a huge sigh of relief.
So that means EA can fulfill his lolicon fantasies.
I don't have no lolicon fan. I was say I'm not the one who has a dungeon, good sir.
Listen. You got the math.
I got the math, but you got the dungeon. See, I think it, and you physically do it.
Satsuki's in the dungeon. It's fine.
Yeah, we have fun here sometimes.
I mean,
Sometimes.
does he feed you?
Whenever he feels like it.
Damn, that's rough, man.
Sometimes it's
Yeah.
too often. Catch my drift.
Oh, don't talk about that.
Listen, all I can afford is Taco Bell.
We
Taco
have
Bell,
we
Taco
have
Bell.
yet to discuss the most important thing, guys. Where the fuck is Ghislaine?
That's right.
Oh,
I think
gasoline.
she died.
Nah,
If she
her
died,
ass
I'm
is too
dropping.
hard.
If she died, you're dropping the show.
Yes.
I think she probably just got blasted to a different dimension or something.
I'm trying to think of like what would be the purpose. I mean, like it makes sense that they would want to take her out of the story to have this guy replace her as the new, well, not new because I guess Ghislaine was never really in that role, but he's going to be the protector, and having Ghislaine there would kind of mess up the dynamics a little because I think they want to make it to where Eris and Rudy had to rely on Rui, and Rui has to rely on them, and Ghislaine would kind of throw a wrench into that. But I wonder like how, because I don't believe that she's dead, so I wonder how they'll meet up with her again.
Yeah.
Knowing I was about to say her actual name. Knowing Gasoline, she's probably somewhere doing something crazy or not crazy, something
Eat it
wholesome.
shit.
Yeah, right. She's eating poop because she's got to live, or she's pulling down her pants so that people can fill her up.
What? She's not a car, EA. You can't just fill her up like that.
Fill her up or wait, what?
No, fill her up. You know, feel her up.
Oh,
Sorry,
that's still not good.
my accent. I'm sorry.
Yo, somebody here would probably smash Gasoline. Oh, wait. Satsuki. That's who it is.
Someone clip that.
I mean, I haven't been shy about that. I've already expressed my desires to do that to Ghislaine. She'll probably do it to me. She's definitely the aggressor.
Now, here's the ultimate question: Ghislaine or Elsa?
Elsa.
Wow, you didn't even have to think about it.
Yeah, you don't have to ask me that.
Okay, Elsa wins all the time. I'll remember that.
Elsa is a murderer. I don't get the appeal.
Now, who would win in a fight? Fight for Satsuki's love, Elsa or Ghislaine?
That's actually a good question.
Well, I know a little
they're
bit.
both really strong.
Know a little bit about Elsa, but from seeing what Gasoline can do, I still think Elsa will win just based off the information we know about Gasoline. But she would be very. We'll just say the fight will go on for very long. Won't be like a regular Elsa fight.
She would try to pierce her stomach, and her sword would break on those rock hard abs of Ghislaine.
Oh my god, yeah.
True.
Yeah. She's got that Kratos thing. Remember God of War 2 when Kratos got impaled?
Oh yeah, and he had that scar right on his stomach.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Got that going on. She's the Kratos of this series.
Where's her beard? And where's her blades of chaos?
Where's her sex mini games?
Yeah, that helps you boost
that's what Paul,
your mana.
I remember when I first discovered that. Man.
Funny, I discovered it through people telling me, and I was like, instead of going right, make a left. It's like, but there's nothing there. Keep going, trust me. And they're like, hey, Kratos, I see you got a boner there. Why don't you do me? And I'm just like, X, square, circle.
You're not even paying attention. It's like, you're like, I gotta get these orbs.
And then if you mess up, they're just like, oh, I see you premature.
Yeah, I did not want to disappoint.
The ladies loved me after I was done. I'm talking about Kratos, not me.
Listen, Blades of Chaos, best weapon in the game for 3 games straight.
Oh, Blades of Chaos. Incredible. 3 games straight. It's in the 4th game, too.
Yeah, technically 5 games. I don't know about the new one, but...
All right. Freaking Blades of Olympus.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway.
Back
I'm
to
ready for Ragnarok.
Back to the Adventures of Gasoline. And Small Children. Did we get everything?
Well, we haven't really. It's not much to talk about here, but this was Laplace. Is that how you say
Laplace.
his name?
That's his name. Yep.
Yeah. He said Rui said this was his scheme. So for what reason would he do this?
I have
Give
no
people
idea.
curse spears and have it backfire the way it did. Was it something that he did intentionally to ruin their reputation, or was it just happened? Like it was something that he didn't even think about.
No, I personally think that there was a scheme behind it where they were literally he made the spears cursed. He made them out to be this monstrous savages type of tribe, and there's a reasoning behind it, and I'm not sure what it is, but definitely to make them fearful, and apparently it works because everybody that sees them is afraid for like 2 seconds. Like Eris, she was afraid, and then she's like, "I'm the older sister. You will do as I say." It's like, well, she's not afraid anymore. She's
Yeah, it could be like a ploy to kind of like bring up this enemy or like this villain, and then you kind of reap the benefits of taking them down, and you become like a fabricated hero. That could be something of it. I also think like Rudy standing as a gray rat, the fact that Philip wanted him to do this coup. I think eventually Rudy is going to be in a position of power politically and have a lot of influence, and his connection to Rui is going to be very important. He's going to have to be the one to change their reputation. He can, because Rui can't do it on his own. He needs someone in power to be able to do something like that. And I think Rudy is going to be that guy. Maybe even Philip. But I think Rudy and Eris.
Maybe Gasoline.
Huh.
What if the next episode it would totally fit the show if they find her and she's like being worshipped or something like that, and they're like, "Oh God, she fell from the sky like the prophecy foretold."
The cat god Gasoline.
And that would be so funny. It's like, Gasoline, what are you doing? And she just says in her voice, "I don't know. They think I'm some kind of god. I mean."
I love her voice actress. It's so dry, but it's so good.
Right.
Like Geralt.
She would be very nonchalant about the situation.
They keep giving me food, so I just accepted the offerings. I'm like, yeah, okay, I'm your god, sure.
Then I showed them my ass. They were impressed.
That's when they started worshiping me.
Oh, hard ass. Oh Lord.
Long live the great hard ass.
They're like drawing portraits of her. She's like just doing whatever she does.
Right. She's just, it's like, look at her, what's she doing? She's scratching her ass. Ooh. Now she's brushing her tail. Ah.
It's great. That it?
That's pretty much it.
Yeah.
All right. I don't think. Okay, so yeah, I don't think this is gonna get any kills. So I guess we can just skip that.
Yeah, it was a good episode.
Yeah, it was pretty great.
Attack on Titan final season. Just a word of warning for everyone from here on out. If you are in the chat, and you don't want to be spoiled, you probably want to stop looking at it and just watch the show. I have been spoiled spoilers are heating up again. And as you guys have probably guessed, we are not looking at the chat. Except for Satsuki, he's the cool kid. This art is also done by Bill. But as well, if you're spoiling shit, we'll be banned. And you will never get unbanned. Ever. And I know people are going to say, oh, he's going to ban us. Well, then ban me and spoil away. I'll ban you again. I'll keep banning you. It doesn't... I have all the time in the world.
You can make 10 accounts. I'll ban each and every one of them, too.
I will. I will.
Get the point.
Yeah, exactly. So with that out of the way, pretty good episode of Attack on Titan.
Oh my goodness. This is a crazy episode. Like, well, I mean, first of all, it's finally revealed to everyone that Gabby was the one that killed Sasha, and everybody reacted on their own accord, and
they did the Andrew WK to her again. They gave her a bloody nose.
When it's time to party, we will party.
Somebody needs to do an edit of Gabby with her bloody nose for that Andrew WK album.
That would be awesome. But
perfect.
But yeah, something told me that the father was going to forgive. I liked his word and rationale behind it. I don't remember exactly what it was, but it's like she was out in the woods for too long.
Yeah, and she kept going in circles.
Right. And maybe that was just basically him saying she knew what she signed up for. She was part of the service corps, and she died doing what she signed to do. That's kind of what I kind of took it as, is that it's like when you go into the army. You go knowing that you're going to die that you may die for your country, and I think he kind of accepted that. And also, you're not, no amount of hatred is ever going to bring your daughter back. So that's kind of what I got from him. But then the sister, just out of fucking nowhere with the knife, zoom, and then.
Well, I love the contrast between those two.
Yeah.
Because the father has no right, or has every right to want to end Gabby's life right there. Trust me, I know, I've seen that firsthand. What a parent will do when they lose their child. Not fun situation to be in, and this was not a fun situation either. And I just love the contrast between those two, but you forgot something in his speech. At the very end, he says it's up to the adults to shoulder the burden of the past.
Right.
Which I think is his way of saying that, yes, I could end this now. I could kill her right now. I could kill him. I could kill Falco and Gabby. But that would continue that cycle of hatred.
That would continue that vicious cycle of what they know us to be.
And so I have to now swallow that, and I have to live with that. And I'm going to forever live with this thing, and I'm going to die, and it's probably going to make me bitter, whatever. Or it may not, who knows, but it's a hard thing to live life with, and it's just got to do it for the betterment of the future.
So, yeah, that was really cool contrast. Mikasa totally blocking the knife, and the it's weird when you really sit down and think about it. Like 5 minutes ago, she's like, "Good luck, guys." 5 minutes pass. She's just at her throat, wanting to rip her trachea out. Just
yeah. And I think that's done on purpose to show that for Kaya, the reason Kaya didn't have the same reaction as Mr. Blouse was because, as we know, Sasha is literally her hero, saved her from dying, and was there when her village was being ravaged. And so that's the reason for her reaction, and it made total sense, I think.
Yeah, that was such a cool scene, such a crazy scene altogether.
Yeah,
and
Gabby,
then just
Lord, Gabby's reaction. is digging her own grave. She's like, please don't kill Falco. You're being brainwashed by that demon girl. I'm like, oh my god.
It's like, speak for yourself.
Yeah. I think Gabby is the most unintentionally hilarious character this season just because of how stupid she is.
Or you could possibly say, like, just straight up blinded through
Yeah,
just
that's
that
kind of what I
rage.
mean.
Yeah. But no, I get what you're saying. Like, because it can make you stupid, the amount of rage and hate that courses through your body. You know, you lose track of everything,
Yeah.
and you just focus on that one goal.
I mean, even Armin pointed it out of like, all you ever talk about is murder. Can you stop?
And you could even tell by the way he was talking, he was tired of killing. Like, they've been doing this for what, 4+ years now, and well, no more than that because they attacked. Anyway, they've been doing it for like a long time, and he's just at the point where now he's like, I'm tired of killing. And then that's when Aaron comes in out of fucking. It surprised me. Like, I was like, whoa, wait, what happened?
Hey.
He comes in, bloody palms, saying, "Sup, y'all? I want to talk."
Did Mikasa say Aaron in that scene?
She didn't. I don't. Well,
Okay.
if she did, it wasn't
was
the traditional Eren.
That it could have been the perfect one, you know?
But more of like a surprise.
Yeah, like,
as soon as she
Eren?
like turns her head. Eren.
Man, we did get an Aaron in that scene. Mappa's ruined this adaptation, guys.
Yep. We gotta kill it now.
Gotta kill it. Oh lord. But yeah, he shows up and he has his hand cut, which is obviously, we know, like at any moment he's going to turn into the Attack Titan or whatever Titan he decides to turn into, that or the Warhammer Titan.
Which is weird because I always thought whenever the second like he pricked his thumb, he turned into it. But now he's to the point where he can control it. He's like, I'm post bleeding or pre bleeding or whatever, and all I have to do is just touch my pinky into the blood, and I just flash into the Titan.
Yeah, he just flashes into the Titan.
Yeah,
Flash Gordon.
Flash. He's Eren Yeager.
Yeah, I think he's going to turn into a Titan next episode, and
I'd be surprised if she was if he wasn't.
Yeah, because I mean, we saw in the last time he did the same thing. He also had his hand cut prematurely, so
yeah,
I think that's a signal that next episode is going to be some crazy shit. It's going to go down.
Unless freaking Armin and Mikasa talk some sense into him. I'm curious to see what the banter is going to be between Gabby and Eren.
This is where the confession happens. Us is like Eren, and it's just Eren repeatedly, and Eren's like, "Shut the fuck up! I love Armin," and just fucking makes out with Armin. I don't know what it is about cucking Mikasa that's so funny, but it's funny.
It's because Mikasa will literally kill anybody that looks at Eren's direction. And the fact that Eren would reject her for Armin, she's like, I don't give a fuck if you are the fucking Titan that's going to save the world. Your ass is grass.
Oh my god. She gets a little weird when Historia did it, so.
Oh yeah, Historia, got impregnated by him.
Is that your theory?
I don't know. I mean, I heard many theories. I thought she was freaking shoveling hay the last time I saw her, and that was my mistake. It was...
Yeah, that was the guy that was doing that.
Yeah. I was like, that's very chivalrous of them to just, you're pregnant and you're carrying for two, but whatever. I mean,
Historia is so badass. She may have impregnated him.
I thought you were about to say impregnated herself.
Maybe that too.
She's like, I'm gonna have a baby. Oh yeah, I'm pregnant.
Just sucks air in. It creates a baby. It's like Dragon Ball Z. It vomits out an egg. Or I guess Dragon Ball.
I want to say who? Oh yeah, Dragon Ball. I was gonna say Dragon Ball Z, but Piccolo, King Piccolo, and then Piccolo Junior.
Yeah.
Who's not Piccolo Junior, but now he's just Piccolo now.
Doesn't Cell do that?
I don't think so. I think Cell was created in a lab.
What about the Cell Juniors?
Those weren't eggs. They were just little clones that spat out of his back.
Oh,
his tiny shriveled up little tail that used to be long, and now it's wah wah. But he's perfect.
There's that scene. So the wine is revealed actually to be Zeke's spinal fluid, which is very interesting.
And gross.
Yeah, and gross, of course. When somebody drinks it, it freezes.
It's them. Like this has got a very tangy flavor. Why does yours taste weird? I don't know, man. Just shut up and drink it. It gets you fucked up.
Apparently, everybody who drunk it really liked it.
That spinal fluid just added an extra flavor to the wine itself. I can taste the dried up fruit and the grapes. And what is that? That's a hint of that's spinal fluid.
Who can forget that brilliant taste of Zeke's spinal fluid? So it like freezes them, and then Zeke is able to do command them to do whatever they want, and that's how they were able to take down plenty of governments.
First of all, was that ever mentioned anytime before this episode?
I don't think so.
I might have missed that because that just seemed very random. It's like, oh, by the way, my spinal fluid can freeze people.
No, I don't think so.
Yeah,
but Satsuki would know.
I was gonna say that's kind of cool.
Before I answer that, I want to read a Tat Titans comment. He donated 100 MX.
No.
He said nothing canon in all caps. Sasha's last words were not Niku in Japanese, but instead Nico, referencing Niccolo. Niku sounds similar to Nico. Again, this is a theory. Don't hate me. Haha.
That's a good theory. But
to speak about the spinal fluid, okay, so when they drunk the spinal fluid in a wine, nobody froze. So what we saw at the beginning of the episode was just Zeke giving his explanation of things. He obviously, from by the end of the episode, he was lying about it. People did not freeze from it because if that did happen, everybody who drank the wine would have froze. It was a lie to kind of covertly keep the wine drinking going when it came to the MPs and everything. So it was just Zeke lying about that. So with Zeke lying, we obviously know that he's up to something that we don't know exactly what. But it's already, a lot of people have already drunk that wine. A lot of the higher up. So it does not affect them. They can drink it without them knowing anything about it. Oh,
I didn't even think about that.
Attack Titan just donated 50 MS and said, so racism just saved Connie and John? No,
What?
kindness did. Well, he's talking about when Niccolo stopped John from drinking the wine. When he was like, you Eldians don't deserve this wine. But yeah, he was just being nice, of course. But yeah.
Yeah.
He was being a little racist.
Right. He was saying, you Eldians. What do you mean, you Eldians?
How do you be a little racist?
It's just a slight slur.
Slight jab. A slight touch of racism.
Yeah, it's just a splash.
Oh, Lord. Lord. I was going to say something.
A good example of that would be Mr. Popo.
Oh, that's not a slight touch.
Okay, half measure.
That's a full cock right there.
A full what?
Whoa.
A full cock?
Of a shotgun, guys.
Oh, okay.
Jesus.
Well, I heard full cock, and I was like, damn.
Oh, Lord. Oh, talking about roosters. So if that is the case, So like Falco is unconscious, probably has a concussion. That makes me wonder because I never thought about what you said, Sasuke. Totally right about that, I suppose. Maybe Kashida. But like, what if that bottle of wine was the one that got the one with the spinal fluid got into Falco's mouth? Because we don't know yet.
Well, I don't know. Well, I guess I wasn't even thinking about that either as far as people freezing. Because to be honest, I didn't think it was an instant type of thing where if you drank it, you froze. I thought it was Zeke has like some sort of command because he just goes Murr, and then people turn into Titans.
Murha, that's what he did. That's what he does.
Right, he goes Murha, and people turn into Titans.
That's
So
a
I just
classic.
assumed-
That's a throwback.
So I thought that the wine does have the spinal fluid, but all Zeke has to do is do his little shout, and then all of a sudden, all the Titans are there, or sorry, all the officers are now Titans. That's the way I took it as. I guess I didn't even consider that it was like instantaneous.
Yeah, what the shout is, the shout is the trigger for them to turn into Titans. That's all that is.
Oh, okay. That shows you what I know.
Yeah, we saw we as well saw an example of that in episode 1 of the final season. When they
Well, they
dropped on
could
the
have all
people.
had Zeke's spinal fluid in them.
Yeah, maybe.
But now I know that's not the case. It's just him going Murha, and then they just all whoop, 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 whoop,
Oh my
turn into
god.
Titans.
Bill
Oh, no.
just jumps in to the fucking Discord and does a Photoshop of Gabby WK. What the
I gotta say, EA it's a combination of both. They had to have ingested the spinal fluid, and he shouts. So,
Okay,
like,
see that.
yeah.
See, that makes me think then that Zeke's just playing all innocent, while we all know he's not. He's out for his own gain. Hell, even Levi doesn't trust him. He's just like, I know something's up. But the thing that surprised me the most out of all of that was that Aaron full on knows about the spinal fluid.
Oh yeah.
He knows. He's like, that was the part that made me go, wait, what? You mean he? Because I thought, oh well, he did it, but no, they're just like, yeah, we know. Just how he said it nonchalantly was just like, yeah, we knew. And Flouch or Flotch, he's like, you know what I mean, Fauci. He's just doing that little it's a secret pose, but no, he knew it was up, and
I fucking love that pose. It is so memeable.
I hate Flock.
yeah.
He's a real
See,
flockhole.
He is a asshole, but
He's loyal.
He's loyal. Well, yeah, in a way he's loyal too. But
To
I
a
think it's
certain-
more it's not only to Aaron, it's more so because he believes Aaron is their best bet for Eldians to prosper. So it's not like he's not like Yelena, because Yelena seems very obsessive with Zeke. He just thinks that Aaron gives everyone the best shot at thriving as Eldians.
So I guess I should show the Gabby WK. Oh shit.
We were talking about Levi a little. I think one interesting thing that came with this episode was his perspective on things, because what Pix's plan is, we found out. He never said it explicitly, it's just people speculating on it. But it seems like he wants to kind of stall for time to have someone eat Aaron, because at this point they think that he's too far gone. He already has incited this uprising, and Flock is doing his thing, and Yelena's doing her thing. So they kind of want to just cut their losses with Aaron and keep the founding Titan with somebody they trust more. But
Mhm.
I think Levi's perspective on that was so interesting because he was going back to all the times where he's risked a lot
Mhm.
of his comrades' lives. And, the same thing happened with Aaron. They basically bet on Aaron a lot of the times. They kept doing it because he was their hope. And Levi's thinking like, what did I risk their lives for? Like, what did they all die for if he's just going to die here?
Yeah, I thought that was really neat too, because to be in that situation where, yeah, because he's lost a lot of people. He's lost almost, not everybody, but he's lost a real good amount of people in his life because of that little shit. And maybe in his mind, he's like you said, he's like, what was all of that for? Now here we are doing Andrew WK, sorry, Gabby WK. No, we're all here just waiting for Aaron, and now he's being rebellious. And it's like I thought he would have grown out of this once he stopped being a teenager.
That's his next form, the Teenage Titan.
Oh, no.
It's that like teenage Groot where he's just playing video games all the time. He's going, I am Groot.
Kaza's like, Aaron, you gotta get up, you gotta do your shit. And Aaron's just like, stop, Mikasa, you're such a boomer.
You're such a boomer. I don't want to get up. I want to sleep in. It's my day off.
He's just like sitting and like vaping. You want to hit for my jewel, Mikasa?
Eden, I do not want
Eden.
that.
Eden, I am straight edge. Eden. Mikasa is a total boomer, listens to classic rock. I found it really fascinating. When I say fascinating, I just fucked up when Nicolo takes that bottle of wine and just wants to kill Gabby in that moment, but hits Falco, poor guy. I swear.
Yeah, I know.
I swear, Falco just... Gabby does not deserve Falco in so many ways. Like, not just because, like, they hate Gabby. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying, like, he is such a good dude. Like, holy crap. He goes, like, basically goes to die with her up in that airship, that Zeppelin. And then now takes a bottle to the head for her. Like, improves himself to beat her in a race. Probably does some other crazy shit I'm forgetting. Falco is a dude, man. He's a dude. He's a bro.
He sure is. Now he's gonna die for it.
We'll see about that.
I think another interesting thing about that whole situation is Gabby trying to take responsibility for her actions and trying to keep Falco away from you know facing consequences for what she's done, because she's the one who killed Sasha. She's the one who had the idea to board the airship, even though Falco followed her. She didn't want Falco to be harmed because of what she was doing. So like, a lot of times people get on Gabby about certain things, and she is blinded by hate. So I understand disliking her to some degree, but you also had to acknowledge that she's not selfish enough to like just ignore her friend Falco. But she, like I said, she's just really blinded at this point. Like even when she was talking to Nicolo, I thought a cool thing about when she was going over like what she did to get to the airship and how she killed Sasha. Um, Falco immediately noticed that something was up, like that Nicolo probably had a connection to Sasha, and that he tried to immediately shut Gabby up, but she kept going, and that's when the bottle scene happened.
Yeah, when he
But
started doing that, I was just once again reminding me of Tanjiro and Demon Slayer, just going Daijobu Nezuko, Daijobu.
And then Nezuko runs like Sonic the Hedgehog.
But continue, Sasi. I apologize.
I forgot what I was gonna say.
I'm a terrible
You
person.
did it.
It's all my fault. Put me in front of the
Time
firing
to-
squad. Cancel me now.
Yep, time to cancel SeaTactics.
I'm trying to think about something else that happened this episode. What do you think is going to come out of the talk with Aaron, Mikasa, Armin, Gabby?
Gus gets
I,
cucked.
I,
All right.
I absolutely have no idea. I mean, I have no idea. Like, I don't know. Maybe Aaron will try to convince them that what he's trying to do will be for the betterment of Eldians. Eldia. Wait, what's the race? Eldians.
Yeah, Eldians.
And that's the only thing I can possibly think of, or maybe it's a double cross because
shit.
he's like, I'm gonna make these people think that I'm with them, but at the last second, I'm the one who's gonna be the victor. I don't know. I'm kind of not lost, but I just don't know what's gonna happen next, and that makes me excited because I'm just like, oh god, this is gonna be the most intense dinner discussion I've ever seen.
Yeah, and they also have a Gabby who's losing her fucking mind. Holy shit. He's like, she can't, like, I feel like she's not even in touch with reality sitting next to Aaron, and Aaron probably doesn't even get it. Like, he's probably like, who the fuck's this chick? Why does she smell so bad?
Why is she Why does she smell so bad?
She got all dressed up, but, you know, in my head canon is she smells like wine because she got it all over her. So
she smells like wine and blood.
Yeah, wine and blood. Gabby
maybe
WK.
maybe a little bit of piss.
We don't know. I guess Nicolo may have, before bringing him up, was just like, you know what? Fuck you.
I wasn't referring to him pissing on them.
That's the only way.
I was referring to she was probably scared to the point where she pissed herself.
No, that's a good point. Yep, probably right. I mean, I think Gabby's gonna do what Gabby does. Is Aaron's gonna say something, and Aaron's gonna be like, what's up, Daijobu Nezuko? And Gabby's gonna be like, just like you said, very much like a pit bull, just gonna fly at him like a rocket or something.
You killed my friends. You will die.
Yeah, I can't wait just to see that interaction, just because Gabby is such a fucking loose cannon. But as for like Armin and Mikasa, I'm more interested to see what Armin will say. That is, I don't think there is much that really needs to be said between those two, because I think they know, and I think Aaron knows, and I think this is probably just like, hey, I'm doing this. You're either with me or you're not with me, and I would like you to be with me. I think that's just kind of going to be the general flow of the conversation. And I think it'll just be retreading kind of how they feel up to now.
Okay.
And I think Armin will probably be one of the more emotional ones in that scene, just because of his character seems to really not understand who Aaron is anymore, and I think that is very frustrating for him, as much as it is Mikasa, but I think more so for Armin. So yeah, that's kind of my thing. I think Mikasa is just gonna probably have a shocked face or something. I don't know. Probably gonna say Eden.
Yeah, followed by an Eden. I love you.
Armin. I love Gabby.
What do you think will happen with Peak? Because we know she's infiltrated part of this island, but we haven't seen any other of the other Marlians or honorary Marlian soldiers. So what do you think is going to happen since Peak infiltrated?
Well, Reiner's going to show up, and then you're not going to know it's Reiner, because what he's going to do is he's going to wear a monocle and mustache with like the weird nose. I'm just kidding.
Oh
Um,
my god! At that point, you might as well just have like the classic like have like three people standing on each other with a big ass overcoat. Like it's one of those
Right. Excuse
disguises.
me, I'm trying to find your most luxurious wineries. Could you help me? Why do you have like three people? Like, no, this is how tall I am.
it's-
This is how I look.
oh my god, did they do that joke in BoJack Horseman?
Never
Maybe.
seen it.
Either way, it's always great. It's always great when they do that joke. But um,
But I
yeah,
think it's gonna be another sneak attack.
it's got to be.
At least that's what they were hinting at because Reiner was saying we got to attack them now when they're least expecting it. So looks like they're already there and they're gonna come down to another epic showdown. Excuse, bless me.
Bless you.
See,
I thought I could get that out before I sneezed. I was
See-
like, epic.
I feel even though at every point Gabby has been this person to show like she's kind of like I don't know. She's had a lot of reality check moments recently, but she still sort of acts like she doesn't sometimes. I still though think that she's going to be some sort of asset in this story. And I think next episode we may get to see kind of what her role may be going forward. I would like either that or the next two episodes, maybe at the end of the season or whatever. Because I just I don't know. I feel like Gabby is I feel like her character like you can't just stop with her character being like this, I think you have to go further and just I feel like the show at this point actually is just really humiliating Gabby. So I think you might as well just go full on with that and just have the world destroy her logic at every point, and through that you kind of build her back up.
You just completely just have her on some like hidden prank camera TV show. Gabby, look over there. There's a camera over there. You just got punked.
Oh my god. Punked with
So-
Gabby. Be great.
So what do you think? Okay, so we all think the Marlians are going to infiltrate Pardis Island. So
Uh-huh.
let's say they infiltrate. What is going to happen to Gabby and Falco? Do they go back to Marley
Oh yeah.
and just fight the Eldians and kind
I-
of like seamlessly act like nothing happened, or
I think
what
they
comes
got
from
to.
that?
I think they got to go back to Paradis, and because at this point, I think Gabby isn't level-headed enough to not to want to figure out what side she's on. Anyways, I think she's still squarely within that of Paradis's ranks, so or Marlian's ranks. So I think she's going to go back. It just makes the most sense. And for Falco, I think Falco will just kind of be the same Falco he always has. Maybe if he doesn't turn into a Titan, that'd be very sad. I love Falco, but
I think. Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off.
No,
there.
no.
I think that yes, I do think that they will go back, but I honestly think that their mindset will be changed greatly.
I think
I
they
don't
planted the
think-
seeds.
Yeah, I don't think they'll think the way that they used to, especially Falco, if he makes
yeah,
it.
Falco,
God rest his soul. Falco, he probably won't even want to be a Titan candidate anymore. I could see him because he would say to himself, well, he would talk to anybody that's like, oh, this is your duty. It's like, well, I've been over there on the other side. You don't know what these people are like. They're not what you think. And I don't want to be a part of this war anymore. And Gabby, though she still holds on to that hatred, I think maybe she will be a little conflicted because she spent some time with some other Eldians in that barn, messing with that horse that was attacking her. And I think that she doesn't have that same mindset. I think maybe she goes with it at first, but in her heart of hearts, she realizes, I can't do this.
I wonder.
I that's what I think.
See, now that you say that, it makes me wonder if Gabby's last hurdle is Falco himself. Because as we've seen, Falco will do anything that Gabby does. Will head into possibly to his death. At some point, though, Falco has to go, enough is enough. And maybe, I wonder if her final hurdle in all of this is Falco confronting her. And Gabby's like, we gotta do this. And Falco's like, no, let's not. Because every time you do this, you end up hurting yourself or somebody else and starting shit all over again. Like have some self-awareness. And I think that could be like a good way for Gabby's character to kind of smell the roses. Because I think she already has plenty of times, but I think like it's being chipped away, right? Maybe the final one is Falco, because Falco is her closest friend at this point. Like Zeke betrayed her. Reiner is out of the picture for now. Peak is also out of the picture, so I mean, Colt, they're not there, so who's left at this point? Besides, those two.
Yeah.
Yeah. So anything else?
I want to say, let's all have some cake. It's somebody's birthday.
Ah.
Well, let me read some of these comments. Tatine donated 100 MX again, and then he said, in Mexican Twitter, this episode was compared to a famous soap opera in terms of drama and tension. Not a single action scene, and yet this episode was among my favorites of the season. Great writing in all caps. Yeah, I thought this episode was phenomenal, and just like for what it's adapting, I think like the pacing has been like perfect for especially this episode, but the season as a whole too. I feel like now I know exactly where it's going to end at, and it'll be a crazy scene.
No, someone's gonna die. It's gonna be Levi, and I'm gonna cry.
I will not speak on what happens.
Thank you, I appreciate it. But that makes me worry. How many episodes are left now?
We have 4 episodes left, I believe.
4 episodes.
We're on episode 12, right?
13? This is 13.
Okay, the 3 episodes left.
3 episodes left. Dang. It's insane. So the scene that you said that it's going to end on, after that you still think that obviously there'll still be some more room to tell as far as like the story goes?
There's a lot.
There's a lot. Okay, so they'll probably do, like we keep saying, a final season part 2.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can't wait for them to announce the final season part 2. Oh my god!
Why did they even call it the final season? They should have just called it season 4.
Yeah, and then call the next whatever episodes the final season, or just call it the final season part 1. Jesus Christ! like ReZero completely renamed its seasons to season 2 part 1 and season 2 part 2. So there you go. I cry. All right.
There you go.
I'll say, I suppose. I assume we're all killing this?
We're killing it like Gabby killed Sasha.
Yeah, hell yeah.
R.I.P.
Yep. Meat. Good shit.
Meat. Those were her last words. Rosebud.
Martha.
What if her last words are just like 4?
Meat.
Yo, Sasha smoking weed would be crazy. She's already got, an appetite. Like, damn.
She lives on the farm. She probably does it. Probably grows it.
Just she's just a super fucking obnoxious pothead in her free time. Nobody likes her.
I mean, everybody loves Sasha.
Yeah, well,
I
they
mean,
don't.
that would explain why she eats all the time.
Jesus Christ. All right. We're going to perform an exorcism next.
Well,
I'm all better now.
Okay.
Well,
I do a good job.
Yeah, you did really good. And quick results. Call Sasuke for your next exorcism. Low prices.
I don't work weekends. All right. Leave those demons to yourself.
Demon Slayer, Daijobu Nezuko.
Yeah, call Tanjiro for that.
Good boy.
He may die though.
EA, where can they find you?
Well, hello everybody. My name's EA. People know me as Everything Animated. You can find me at Everything Animated. I wrote out the script. I just need to put the voice to it. And I'm going to, I would say, do a fairly decent job of this video that I'm going to be making next. The one channel I'm super proud of, and it's growing like a freaking weed, is this right here. That's my All Elite Couple channel. That's we're currently very close to 150 subscribers. I would greatly much appreciate it if y'all sub for that. We do reviews of wrestling stuff. We recently did one about Revolution. If any of y'all saw AEW Revolution last night,
That ending.
That fucking ending, I tell you. But we like I said, we do reactions to like trailers and reviews of movies and stuff like that, and we hope to get to 1,000 subs by the summertime. And at this pace, I definitely think we could. And finally, I have a Twitch. I stream, play games, I do community streams, and that one is right here. You can donate if you want. It's not necessary, but if you want to stop by to watch me play a few times, I'd greatly appreciate it. I like talking to people while I play. It's super fun and super great. And yeah. See you guys on those platforms of mine.
Satsuki.
As for me, I am still retired on the main channel. But courtesy of EA, per his suggestion, I am using a different platform to upload my ReZero live reactions. I went on this site, Odyssey, and I'll post a link to my channel there to post my previous live reactions to it. So everything it's part 1, season 2 is on that site because I am not risking getting taken down by Katakawa. So you have to watch those live reactions there. There may be other live reactions to this current season of ReZero there. All right. Not making any promises, but yeah. If you want to watch live reactions to that, go on that channel. Other live reactions, as long as I don't get copyrighted or whatever, will be on the channel I posted, or the channel I'm commenting with now, Satsuki Reactor. I don't know if I'm modded, so I don't know if I could post links with this one.
You can.
With this channel.
I guess for me, holy shit, there was something I was gonna say. Oh fuck, it was very important. Oh yeah, the Jujutsu Kaisen podcast.
Remix.
The Jujutsu Kaisen podcast that me and EA are doing is happening sometime.
Yes.
Probably soon after, I would say, the series gets done. I'm already on episode 4. They introduced Hammer Girl, Nobara. That's the thing that I'm on. The main character is apparently really into Jennifer Lawrence. I'm okay with that. Jennifer Lawrence is great. And something else I'm forgetting, but stuff. Thanks everybody for watching. Thank you guys for all the donations, all the likes, all the support. Very much appreciated. And all the chats. Even though we didn't get to read any this week besides Satsuki. Anyway, see you guys later. Bye-bye.
Jenny.
Later.